Hey everybody, Icemanfiveoh here. So I told you we'd get back on this Hello Kitty CD player, and we're gonna add Bluetooth to it. I've already kind of mocked it up, and I'll show you it working, and then I'll kind of show you what I did. So be right back. All right, everybody, we gotta show you on the GoPro because I need my phone. So here's the Bluetooth module. I'm getting power. Oh yeah, by the way, this thing's exploded all over the place. So we got our Bluetooth module, we got power going to it, we've got audio coming out of this cable here, and I just got some rough wires going where I need to. We got both our speakers. You see them. I can turn it up from here. All right, and we can so there we go. I'll bring you back with the phone and I'll show you the particulars, and we got to button this whole thing back up and mount this board and whatnot. So I will see you guys in a minute. All right, so one thing we do know is this is the chip, FM tuner chip that's inside this radio. Now you're like, okay, well, how do you add Bluetooth? Well, first I had to decide that, what to get rid of. Since this has still got the CD player, here's the CD player module. I figured, well, we'll just get rid of FM. That's what I usually do, AM, FM. So most devices have, an amplifier where the stuff can come in. There's mode switches, whatever. I found the easiest way, like I did on my other one, is to just inject the Bluetooth signal where the FM is going to the amplifier. So this is the chip, the FM tuner chip that's inside of this thing. Pretty easy to find on Google. So all I did was look at this thing, and then I was like, okay, well, we need the audio output, right? So we come over here. You can see it says left out and right out. Okay, and then you also need ground on the chip. That's the best place to grab audio ground from. And then all I did is let me zoom you back out here. All I did was lift these two pins off the circuit board, just unsolder them, and then lift them up on the chip. So on the board, we'll go over to the board here, and I'll show you where I hooked up. It's super easy. All right, hang on. All right, so here's the heart of the whole radio. There's a selector switch here for, off, CD, FM, okay? So here's the FM tuner chip. The notch is pin 1, and if we look on the schematic, pins 13 and 14 are left and right out, right? So all I did was lift pins 13 and 14, and then on the back side, let me set this down and we'll zoom you in. Okay. So I soldered the wires to the pads on the chip, but I ripped one of them, but it doesn't really matter. You can just go back to the next spot you can find from the output here. This is how we would fix something if trace is damaged. You can see we're not going to need this anymore. If we really wanted to fix this. We just go from here back to the chip. But you can see, so one of these is left and one's right. So there's 2 pads, believe it or not. There's test pads. See, this is the cool thing about old stuff, is they give you test pads. So here's like the left channel, and you can see that my blue wire is the right channel. So I just soldered wires from, where's my Bluetooth module? So you can see from my Bluetooth module, there's left, right, maybe you can't see. Okay. Down here it says left, right, and ground. Oh, it's over here. Left, ground, right. Right. So they give you this connector. What's cool is that they give you both sides of the connectors. They give you the other side. So we can mount this on the board here somewhere. We can just hot glue it down, and we can just, you can see I just soldered wires, and then one of the blues is right, the gray is left, and the other blue is ground. So ground, we just put back here to the ground of the chip, right here. And when we look at that, ground is pin 9, and instead of picking power off from the chip, which I could have here, for the power for this device, this Bluetooth device, I just went back to the power supply of the whole thing. This is where the transformer comes in. So there's a capacitor here. I measured across here, you got 12 volts. The cool thing about this Bluetooth module, if you can see it, let's see, let's say, yeah, it's 5 to 35 volts, and it's got, you know, spots here where you can just put wires in. This is great. It's even got a micro USB, but like, they made this thing like really versatile. It's even got a headphone jack. I'll leave a link in the description. I grabbed this off of Amazon for like 15 bucks, but I liked it because it had the multiple voltage input. You need at least 5 volts, but you can go all the way up to 35. It's got a built-in regulator here. Now all we need to do is just, you know, go back and permanently kind of figure out where we want to mount this thing somewhere. This is like the power amplifier. We want to kind of stay away from here. I'll just find a good spot to mount it, but you can see that it's super simple. You just lift up, like I said, just the pins on the chip, go put the audio out right here to where those pins were going, and put the audio ground on, at least in this case, on the chip ground here. It's basically all the same thing. So, and then that's it. You can see it working. I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing back together, and we'll show you it then. But you can do this on pretty much any stereo, boombox, whatever. This, you know, you just got to dig in here and find out where the signal's going. I decided just to come off the chip, just lift the pins of the chip. So, all right, we'll see you guys in a minute. Hey everybody, Icemanfiveoh here. So it's finished. All the panels are back on. See here. And what I did is you see down here, that's the light from the Bluetooth. I figured, you know, you can, when it's playing, you can see it here, just so you know it's on. And we can go ahead and
so how long?
So that's it, everybody. I'm gonna pack this up, and I'm pretty sure that the CD player is still working. I don't have a CD here, but you know, it had a few issues, but it's still working for the most part. I may have to even adjust the laser. A lot of the lasers have an adjustment where you can tweak it, the power of it. It's usually like a tiny little potentiometer on there, but other than that, it's done. And if the CD doesn't work, then in the end, then at least it plays Bluetooth, and it's Hello Kitty. How can you go wrong? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Easy.